Hey, it's Shahara. Welcome back to my channel, to TV Fanatic. I'm gonna be talking about the Monster High live action movie again because I am low-key obsessed. Okay, maybe not very low-key. I am highly obsessed right now. Because it actually looks good after I saw the trailer. I was really nervous and I'm still nervous, but now I'm also equally excited because it just looks really good, and I'm very happy to see how it turns out. But I'm still a bit nervous, mostly because Laguna's character. Like, I still not okay with her look or her personality from what I've seen. But um, most of the other characters I'm pretty alright with for the most part. None of them bug me as much as Laguna. Um, but I'm gonna be talking about what I know uh, so far from the movie. I'm joined with one of my sisters and my brother. Say hi.
Hi, what's up? Nice to meet you.
I have.
But
Um.
she's also annoying,
Okay, shut
so
up.
you know.
Are you guys excited for the Monster High live action movie?
Yeah.
My phone's going off. I'm gonna have to turn off the notifications. You guys are excited for it?
Yeah. Yeah. Always.
Yeah, I'm excited too, but still nervous. I'm just afraid they're gonna butcher it. But I did hear a couple of the songs, and so did Porcelain. I showed her the songs and the trailer, and the songs. No, I did. The songs are um really catchy and good so far. I found 3 of them on TikTok, though 2 of them now I can't find. I can only find the first one now, but they're really catchy and good. Um, in the first song, it's when they all are going to school for the first time, and the three main singers are Claudine, Dracula, and Frankie, because they're gonna be the main characters. Um, and they were singing how they're all ready for the school year and all this. Then the second song, they're in a classroom and they were talking about and they were singing about how monsters are the best and humans are the worst. And third song I saw was just Jackie, Laura, Claudine, and Frankie. They were in a cemetery doing a potion or making a potion or something, and they were talking about how they have 3 of them, and it's called the 3 of us. So it's like about their new friendship and all that. So yeah, I'm very excited and I can't wait to see the other songs. They already have the 3 of us on uh Spotify if anyone wants to, listen to it. Um and I have seen a couple scenes as well. I saw a couple scenes for the end of the movie. And I'm very uh from what I know so far. So this is what I know so far. Um they're starting out the new school year, and uh Claudine. This is Claudine's first year. Um, it's Claudine's first time at the school at all. Cause I mean, right before the first song, it looks like she's coming out of a portal. I think I explained this in my other video, which I hope that's it, cause that's one change I like. Cause in the original Monster High franchise, the monsters and humans lived basically in the same world. They were just separated by their schools, which we saw in Ghoul's World. It was the only time we really saw anything that had to do with normies, and and it seemed like they lived in the same world. That their schools were in the same, area or whatever. Um, but here it looks like I might be wrong, but it looks like Claudine's coming out of a portal, and we know she's half human. So, and she's lived in the human world her entire life, and she's coming to the monster world. That's what it looks like, and I'm really hoping that's what it is, because that's one change I like. I like the monster and normie world being separated, and I really like that. But Jackie, Frankie, it's their first day too, because Frankie is only 15 days old, so they've never been to this school either. Jackie Laura, on the other hand, that song I told you guys about, where the first song or whatever, she was before her verse, she was talking to her dad, and um, it seems like she's been to this school before and she has a lot of pressure to be the very best because her dad's forcing her to like be who he is when she wants to find her own path. Um, so Jack, so Dracula's been there before, it seems like, but Frankie and Claudine they don't know anybody. Um, and Cleo, Deuce, and Laguna and Heath have all, I think, been there before just by the way they were acting. They all seem very friendly and knowing of the place. Um, but Cleo and Laguna are best friends, BFFs. We know that Cleo and Deuce broke up over the summer, and there in the trailer it looked like there's something like a little thing, a look that passed between Claudine and Deuce, which I do not like. I'm hoping that it's just a thing to make Cleo jealous and that nothing will come of it because no, just no Deuce and Claudine, Deuce and Cleo all the way. They are endgame, and if they don't end up together, I will punch somebody. um, and we know that Frankie's non-binary, which I'm happy about. And since Claudine was confirmed a lesbian, I was hoping that they would make her a lesbian, but that's not gonna happen now that we know that there's a little thing going on between her and Deuce, sadly. Um, but we know that Dracula is a vampire, but she practices witchcraft, and witchcraft is illegal. So she's had to hide it, and nobody's ever been supportive of her passion for witchcraft until she meets Claudine and Frankie. Um, and so basically the theme of this movie is that uh, the, the school. One thing I liked that is kind of like the original is that the original franchise is that they're having the school is caving in on itself, kind of like it did in Friday Night Frights. Whenever they lost their school spirit and the school started falling down on itself and started tearing apart, and uh, apparently there's like this spell or something on the school that um, makes it so they can tell whenever there's like, my theory is that they said it was like monster heart, but my theory is that it's like human blood. They get detect when human blood is in their school, which is why they think there's a human among them, which they're not fully wrong because Claudine is half human. Um, and they're trying to find who that human is. Everyone's on edge because they're all afraid of humans because humans have not been kind to monsters in the past. And since Jackie Laura does tell Frankie and Claudine about her being a sorceress or being interested in witchcraft, I have a feeling Claudine will tell the two of them that about her being half human because it seems like the three of them are heavy to work this out and figure out how to save the school without Claudine having to reveal the truth. So it seems like that's what they're doing, and it seems like the other main characters, who's also a big part of this movie, Deuce, Heath, Cleo, and Laguna, are all going to be will end up helping them because there is a scene in the trailer where they're all in the cemetery. Deuce takes off his glasses and his eyes glow green, but then he gets thrown backwards. So it seems like they're all in it by the end. Um, but yeah, so they're basically trying to figure out how to stop the school from caving in on itself and who the true Monster Heart is, and they're trying to keep them from finding out it's Claudine. Um, I have a question for you two. What I lost my train of thought. um, what are you most excited for the new Monster High movie?
See Frankie.
See Frankie?
Do you like Frankie?
I do not like Frankie.
And then who do you like?
Dracula.
I want to see the girl who swims
Laguna?
and the girl who freezes.
Abby. She's a side character, but I did see in the trailer
Who's
you can.
Laguna?
Laguna's a main character, but Abby and Gulia are side characters. I saw them both, and I know it's them. Abby, I know because she said she's Abby Abominable, and then Gulia. I mean, she just looks like Gulia. She has the same glasses, same skin tone, same hair. She's Gulia, and I'm very happy that at least it's gonna show them. But Porcelain, do you know what you're most excited for to see?
I
The whole movie, you're just excited for everything.
Me too.
Sounds about right. Um, yeah, I'm very excited um, to see how this plays out. I think it will be good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's gonna be as good as the original franchise. Like nothing's ever as good as the original, right? But I do think it's gonna be better than the first reboot we got where they changed the animation. I do think it'll be better than that, and that means that it'll be pretty good. Um, but so yeah, this is kind of what I know. I also know that during the song in the classroom where they were singing about monsters being the best, humans being the worst, they were talking about Jekyll and Hyde and their story and how they never fit in the monster kind or the human kind because the monsters hate the human part and the humans hate the monster part. And that means Jackson and Holt won't be on here at all. Very sad because I like Jackson. But yeah, and so I'm very excited. So I think the story. So I was trying to figure out what each character's side storyline was gonna be because Claudine's storyline about her being half human is kind of the main storyline. But then there's also the side storyline of Draculaura, um, of being interested in witchcraft despite the fact that it's illegal. And I have a feeling that's gonna be resolved as well. So they have two things to resolve: the whole school came in because Claudine's half human, and the part where Draculaura is doing something she's technically not supposed to. And at least I think it's illegal. That's what I heard. Um, and I don't know what Frankie's side storyline could be. I mean, I don't really know much about Frankie's character in this movie in particular, except for the fact that they are non-binary and 15 days old. Now with Cleo and Deuce, I have a feeling that Cleo's gonna have this rivalry with Claudine, and Cleo and Deuce still have unresolved feelings. That's what I think for that. Laguna, I have no idea. She seems just kind of like one of Laguna's lackeys, which I'm very upset about because Laguna is not one of Cleo's lackeys. She is this chill, laid back ghoul, but in this movie, she's all upbeat and just does whatever Cleo wants. Like, no, that's not Laguna. She will just no, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's not Laguna. Um, so like I said, Laguna is really the main issue I have at this point. Um, but um, I don't know what his storyline will be either. Um, I know that he's likes to cause mischief and stuff, which is no surprise. I mean, Heath seems like he's pretty Heath, like in the movies. He's likes to cause mischief. He's a you know he's Heath. um, and Heath and Deuce are best friends. Which they were friends in the movies. Deuce's best friend would have been Claude though, but it doesn't look like Claude's gonna make an appearance, which is sad. But yeah, I was trying to figure out what each character will produce for the movie because the main characters, the ones that we got the character posters for, are Draculaura, Claudine, Frankie, Laguna, Cleo, Deuce, Heath, Headmistress Bloodgood, and Chromos, who's the teacher. And Headmistress Bloodgood and Chromos' storyline is basically just the main storyline, trying to figure out who is half human or who has human blood or whatever, who is the human. And but and then that also has to do with Claudine's main storyline, and then Draculaura's with being practicing witchcraft. Frankie, like I don't know, mm, ex- I mean, might just be trying to learn about the world right now since they are only 15 days old. Um, and then Deuce and Cleo, like I mentioned. Then there's Deuce and Heath, and so yeah, uh, that's kind of what I. Ow, she scratched me. um, but that's kind of what I know so far about the movie. Um, that's just kind of what I know so far. I don't know much else at this point. Um, but I'm very excited and I have and I'm starting to get high hopes, but at the same time I'm afraid to have high hopes because I'm afraid if my hopes are too high that they're they're gonna butcher it. Like that's my main issue, that I'm afraid they're going to just, butcher this amazing franchise. And it's like Monster High deserves a good reboot. It's kind of like the whole, both Percy Jackson and Avatar: The Last Airbender are finally getting good, better reboots. And it's kind of the same thing. It's like for Monster High, I mean, it's less known sadly because Monster High is my favorite animated franchise. For those of you that do not know, and you probably do know because I've been talking about it a lot lately. And I have like so many Monster High videos playing, not just for the live action, but yeah. So um, but we got a crappy reboot, and um, I'm just hoping that um this reboot will be better and good, and that I will be able to go to Spotify and listen to the songs randomly, or watch the music videos on YouTube, or just find clips to watch over and over again like I do with Monster High, because I just love it and I really want to love it, but I'm afraid that I'm not going to love it. And it's like I want to love it, just like I want to love the new Percy Jackson series coming out, and the new um, Avatar: Last Airbender live action series coming out, and I really want to love them. But I'm afraid because the past reboots have been terrible, you know. So yeah. But that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment how you feel about the new live action Monster High movie. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys later.